today we will analyze Article 14. Okay. So let us see the Bare Act. What is it saying? So Article 14 talks about the state shall not deny to any person equality before law and equal protection. So here and another thing within the territory of India. It is obvious that we will within the territory of India. So the first clause is saying that equality before law and equal protection of law. There are two clauses which you must understand that what is the idea behind this law. So equality before law, when you talk about equality before law, it has been taken from British jurisprudence. Okay. And equal protection of law, it has been taken from American jurisprudence. So what is the difference between two clauses, and are they contrary to each other or are they complementary to each other? Okay. So let us examine. So equality before law is a kind of negative right. Why it is negative right? Because you demand those rights. They are available only to you only when you demand those rights. That is why it is negative right. And it is saying that absence of any special privileges based upon your status or any special positions. It doesn't matter you are a big officer, a rich person, poor person, you belong from deprived classes, or you belong from forward classes. It doesn't matter. The state will treat you equally. You are equal before law. Recently, you must have seen so many cases wherein the son of Shah Rukh Khan was also labeled with charges. So these are some examples. Even big persons are treated equally for law. So it is a kind of negative right. You must remember that. Sometimes it is also asked that equality before law is a negative right or positive right. So you must remember in your mind that it is a negative right. Why it is negative right? I have discussed just before. Okay. The second thing is equal protection of law. This clause is more analytical. You must understand. Suppose I am giving you an example that suppose there are two persons. One person is physically not that much powerful, weak person, physically weak or infirm person, and there are some person who is heavyweight, who is physically well built up. So if you are housing fight between those people or arranging a competition of fight between both of them, then this is not done. This is not a kind of equality. So equality for equally circumstanced people. Unequal people can't be treated as equals. Okay. That is why if you see in subsequent articles like 15 clause 3, wherein a special provision has been made for women and children. In 16 also there are reservation, policies of reservation. Okay. So these subsequent articles are based upon this principle that there must be equal protection of law. Okay. So now how we can achieve equal protection of law? We need to differentiate between those person or among those chunk of population who needs more attention, who needs less attention. Because we have to achieve equality. In order to achieve equality, we need to protect them equally. Okay. That is why there is need of classification. So further these principles are carved out or emanated from the basic principle Article 14. That is intelligent classification, intelligent differentia. There must be an intelligent differentia while doing classification. You must have seen there is caste-based reservation policy. Why there is caste-based reservation policy? Because there is differentia. There are deprived classes. There are rich classes. Okay. So in order to achieve equality, we need to treat them differently. We have to provide a special protection for those classes. Okay. That is why it is saying equal protection of law. Equal protection of law for equally circumstanced people. And the principle evolved subsequently that there need to be classification. Okay, classification of population. Not it is class-based legislation. There is difference between class-based legislation and classification. When we are classifying the population, we are fulfilling those deprived person who needs more attention. Okay, who need more attention. So what is the principle behind this? What is the objective? There must be certain objective that has to be achieved. Okay, suppose that when we come to Contract Act, there is a provision, the section 11, that for minority, for minor are not allowed to fall in contract. Why? Because minor are prone to deception. They can easily deceived. To protect the minor, there was a special provision that was carved out that only major can fall in contract or major can undertake a contract. This is the main provision. Why? Here there is intelligent classification and the objective is to protect the minors. Okay, there is objective. Another, I am giving you an example that there was Panchayati Raj in Haryana, certain act was there that only those person can contest the election who are having less than 2 children. So a challenge before the court, but what happened? It was allowed. That act was allowed because there is intelligent classification and the objective is obvious that there need to be curve of population. You need to curb the population. Okay, that is why family planning must be adopted, and to achieve family planning there is nexus between the objective and the principle that has been carved out. Okay, so this is the principle that the second clause we were talking about, the second clause, that is equal protection of law for equally circumstanced people, or for recognizing equally circumstanced people we need classification. And what are the grounds of classification? There must be intelligentsia, there must be intelligent classification, and there must be an objective, and there must be a nexus between objective and intelligent classification. Now it must be clear what is the fundamentals.